Nothing else matters.
That's true. Nothing at all.
I mean, to talk about the Chronosphere a bit against the Sven, I think the IO is going to be a bit of an X factor here. Because you
Okay.
can save people from Chrono as an IO.
Yeah.
It is possible. And that's going to be Dark Mago's job here as Storm Spirit to shut down the IO's gameplay. So Sven can always work. I feel like you can just pick this hero and it always has a chance of working. But it is a bit risky here, and it kind of does show you that this was honestly probably Yatoro's. They're going to try going, but he's just going to leap out of this one, I believe.
Dun, 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 dun. He's gone.
Yeah. It's just the state of the hero right now, and the Yatoro's probably... It was probably his, like, 10th option of what he wanted, but everything else was banned and taken, so what can you do?
Yeah. Fair enough. And maybe he's going to get to that crazy super farmed state. He's going to be going in for a Wraith Band, it looks like. Phase, Mask of Madness, Echo, most
Yep.
likely.
There's only one build for this hero. It's the Mask of Madness, into the Echo Saber, into the Disassemble, into the BKB,
So
into the
I
Blink
have,
Dagger.
I have seen some people, like, opt to go back for the mask afterwards. After getting, like, Echo Saber, rebuy the Mask of Madness. I don't really know. There's, like, I feel like a couple weird intricacies that go on in there.
There's a
It
lot.
didn't look particularly good, but it's all kind of the same items as 3 Bounty Runes for Spirit.
That's basically how you play Sven. You just disassemble your items and make new items with it. And then replace them, and then you disassemble your mask, and you're like, is it a good game for Satanic? This butterfly seems tempting. Now that I have this quarterstaff from the Mask of Madness, you might go into that option. But your power spike is always going to be around the Mask of Madness, the BKB, the Blink Dagger, and the Echo Saber. If you're having a rough game at that stage of the game, it doesn't get better for you.
Okay. Yeah, I guess that's fair. All of the games where we've sort of seen it, it's like, if you're talking about, oh god, what do they need now? What do they need now? You're kind of behind and not going to be in a good position. We'll see if also Mira up on the top side for this IO is going to be able to find some space to step back and try and stack up Ancients or what have you.
Yeah, I really do think that could be something decent for them. Primal is a hero that can clear them, especially if he goes for the Vanguard. Oh, he's not even going for the Vanguard build. He looks like he's going straight into the... Maybe the boots of bearing? No, he's going phase boots into drums. So we might see some double boots later on in this game.
Interesting. Okay.
It's all about the move speed with Primal.
True. And also gets the bonus move speed in immediately from the IO too, so you can kind of double down on that stuff, which could be pretty nifty.
I do think he should, however, get a BKB after the drums. He will need it. There's a lot of stuns in this game. Of course, you can't... Doesn't do much for you against the Faceless Void, but Void isn't always going to be there.
True. Well, in the mid lane, Laurel, Mago, very even in terms of farm at this point. A slight lead right now for the Ember, but there's a whole creep wave that's coming in here too. So trading off farm, we've seen this matchup a million times. It's mainly these side lanes where I feel like we're going to be looking for other action to happen.
If someone dies in the mid lane, there was a grave mistake that has happened. Because as much as we've seen these matchups, these guys have played this exact matchup many, many times. Probably hundreds of times at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, Mira. Hector thought about time walking that one off, but only 1 point in it right now. Needs to be kind of judicious because if he does ever use it, Primal can go for the all-in play pretty quickly and just do a ton of
Might be in
damage.
trouble. Oh, great stun from Schofield there. Blocking the Sven off.
Well, up top, Stinger getting trampled on. Collapse pushes him all the way back. Mira gets the courier snipe. So a lot of regen in this lane with the headdress and tether going.
Which lane is going to die first? I feel like Beast Coast's bottom lane will be the first one to die, most likely. They're running like a Shaker plus Dawnbreaker lane. Pretty weak lane. Enchantress is going to spam you. Yatoro, he's got 2 points saved up. He might go an extra point on the Stormhammer if he sees a kill opportunity. If not, he'll put those into Cleave or Warcry. Just saving it up for now. Whereas top lane, I feel like you're not really killing anything with a Rubik support and a Faceless Void. And it's going to be very difficult for Collapse to kill the Void as a Primal as well.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, like we said, he's always got that time walk available to him. Down bottom, Yadaro's alone while Ench is getting a creep. He throws out the stun to buy a little bit of space between him and Sacred. But you can see Miposhka having to leave the lane. It does provide them a little bit of opportunity to harass back Yadaro a bit. But that does ensure that no rune for Mago.
Yeah, he had an empty bottle there too. That was definitely planned out by Laurel here. Being like, hey, if you get bottom rune here, I'm level 5 now, I'm going to spam the Storm Spirit. He's probably going to have to end up getting his bounty rune or go back to base before the 6-minute rune does come out.
Has been able to keep his mana and HP pretty high though, which is one part that's pretty nice for him.
Say that, but it's going to go down soon.
Uh-oh. Laurel, he glyphed the wave. Good damage? Yeah, he's got to go back and do something. Surely. Oh my god, it's crazy.
That's just mid laners. That's just how you play mid.
Yeah.
These guys just live with slivers of HP, knowing their limits exactly when they're going to die or not. I've seen countless mid laners just sit there on 100 HP, just knowing they have a fairy fire and they're not going to die.
Right.
It's the nature of the beast.
Dude, that's why I can't play mid. Among many other reasons. I'd just be too afraid. Well, 1,000 gold into the lead right now off the laning stage. Things going really well. And the main person that's been hurting from all of this has been K1 up top. Still no first blood at 5 minutes. Mago, after... He got the bounty rune, right? He did, but still very low and has to bring out a salve now.
Yeah, as I mentioned, these lanes are not really easy. And I think you can't underestimate that one move Miposhka made to steal the rune. Is this a kill on Miposhka?
Oh, maybe. First blood comes in. Right. Schofield takes it.
Here I was talking about this is the lane that was going to get first blooded. Instead, they get the first blood themselves. But back to my point of like that one rune that Miposhka took away from Mago is forcing him to buy salves. It's forcing him not able to see us under the tower right now. It put him in a situation where he is now losing the lane. One small water rune can do that. And now you know why your mid laners get so mad when you don't check the runes.
Ooh, big
illusion.
Jump to ensure it, and the illusion is going to keep him alive. So he does manage to pull this back a bit. That rune was really important for him. Sacred, though, does go down bottom. Yadaro able to find that kill.
Yep. And the mid lane, Shaker's TPing in. He wants a bottle refill, but this is awkward.
It is a little bit, but Laurel burns through the entire bit and, well, has to remnant to get away. So they did get the bottle refill for all that's worth. Collapse.
So we can go walk back.
Yeah, well, you know.
It is what it is.
Happens.
Time dilation is super annoying when you play Primal, by the way. You want to trample around, you want to use your onslaught, but you got the time dilation on you. Slowing your move speed will also make you do less damage. This trample is movement speed based. That's why they went for the void here. Not only do you have the time walk, but I feel like the dilation is the more annoying thing for the Primal Beast than the time walk just itself.
Courier going
what
down.
Are you doing there, buddy?
Also battle going as they find Hector up top. Going to try and bring him low. Hector in trouble, is going to die. While in the meantime, Miposhka went in pretty far, ended up getting punished for it. And Schofield hiding away also was brought somewhat low. The Earthshaker barely able to get out of there.
So I wasn't really looking that much at the net worth. Yeah, I just looked up and in 7 minutes it's already 3,000. It doesn't feel like it's a 3,000 advantage for them. Like the lanes are going okay, everyone's chilling and farming out. Feels like Sacred, they got first blood in the bot lane. It seemed pretty even here, but no, they're just not hitting creeps here.
Yeah. No, it's been pretty rough. And these attempts at kills, although this one might work, they find the control. Laurel is going to go down. Dark Mago gets the finish, gets a haste rune. They're trying to bring this back a little bit for themselves.
Yeah, it's been pretty slow as far as action until now, but it's going to pick up a lot, especially when you start getting things like Pulverize online for Collapse. He's going to be a force where he can just be super annoying to the Void, just spamming that off cooldown on him. And then I think after he uses his Time Walk, he's going to try and charge in. So we can expect that coming pretty soon here, but what else we can expect is Dark Mago making a move to the top lane too.
As Miposhka able to get away and turn it, and Yadaro shows back up. Get some good damage onto Sacred. While up top, they find him. Gonna kill off Mira. Trying to look for more with this haste, but just needs to run away while Laurel is pushing in his wave towards mid.
I don't think I've seen this build before on Dark Mago. He has
No?
arcane boots. The build right now that most Storms go is for the Falcon Blade into Witchblade, but he's going arcane boots. Oh, he got a Fairy's Trinket, a little lucky there. Perfect item for Storm. Into the Kaya. So,
Yeah.
a new type of build here. To remind you, he hasn't really lost with this hero yet, so he knows what he's doing. But it's definitely different and unique. I'm curious to see how this one pans out. You know,
I
Laurel
feel like-
going for a stock standard.
Yeah, then the normal stuff, Orb of Corrosion, Phase, all the rest of that. I feel like I remember hearing somebody as Schofield is going to die. Laurel with the nice nifty kill there. I feel like I remember seeing a Storm Spirit game earlier today maybe where they went Arcanes too, but I can't remember. Sacred tries to get away from Yatoro, does manage to get some separation there, and that keeps him alive. But yeah, it's something that I have not seen that much of. Do you like the decision?
I'm not sure yet. It logically makes sense. You're going to do less damage with this build.
Okay.
Because inherently, Falcon Blade, it gives, and you have less health, right? Falcon Blade gives you damage and health. Witchblade gives you a lot of damage as well. And Sacred, Poshka rather, getting punished. It feels like, so I'll touch on that really quickly on the Storm Spirit build. It's going to give him a lot of mana to play with the ulti and make moves on the map, but he's going to do a lot less damage as a result. In top lane, we got the Chrono.
Chrono catches on to all three. The damage was not really there, but they do have enough to take down Collapse. Now, can they find more? Laurel, trying to play cleanup, has already taken down Stinger, and Mira in some trouble. The root and only connected onto Sacred. Finds the finish with that arrow, and, well, even with this DD, he has one more remnant in a second. The fissure, the echo, the control, the turn. The damage isn't going to be enough. Laurel has to get out of here. The time dilation, it's not back up again. 8 seconds away, and Sacred kills him off with his dying swing of the hit. What a huge fight.
Yeah, for sure. I was going to get in some small like macro plays that are happening on the map, efficiency, then all hell breaks loose on the map here as Beast Coast is now online. But what I was getting at, I think things have calmed down now. If you look at Yatoro, he's farming enemy Ancients by himself. Yeah. And then if you look at the Radiance Ancients, they're being stacked there. So there's an efficient play here going for Team Spirit to get the Sven really farmed. And I say get him really farmed, but at his net worth is already out of control. It's only get worse as they might try and kill Yatoro. Their God Strength is up. Or, sorry, Yatoro's going to try and attack.
Has already jumped. Time dilation's there. Tries to survive. Sacred shows up. Hammer and Runaway. Now, at the very least, he did manage to finish his Midas before he died. But
there's always that.
Does not feel great outside of that, because he is down, what, 2,600 gold, while Ancients, like you said, are still being stacked. I don't even know if they can really steal these either. I feel like they have to try and shut down his farm somehow, though.
It's going to be hard. I think you need potentially a Rune on Dark Magro, which he does have.
Schofield doing a good job of keeping Collapse off of him. He broke the onslaught with the enchant totem timing, which is pretty hype.
Is that possible? I didn't see that.
He did it. Yeah.
Oh, the onslaught. Yeah. Okay, gotcha. That's a very good time. That's really hard. I was thinking pulverize for a second. I was like, oh, it's not possible. But yeah, you have to time that really, really well, especially with the slow animations of Earthshaker. Right?
Arcane Ring finds him. And another rotation for the kill with Sacred. Now, Enchantress trying to get away. They actually relocated in with Mira and Laurel, trying to find the kill on him. Maposhka brings him down. Can they kill Mira afterwards? But the stun, do they decide to pull him away? They don't, so they leave Laurel to his fate. It's enough to kill off the Storm Spirit. And in the end, because of all these efficient moves that we've been seeing from Yatoro and his AFK farming, they're absolutely wrecking now. Good connection. Schofield wanting to run in, has an echo ready. Will it be enough damage though? No. Laurel commits for the kill. They're going to find Sacred after. Sticks around for just a bit too long, and they get punished hard.
Wow. I think at this stage of the game now, some good rotations from Beast Coast. However, this Sven quite the problem. We talked about what we don't like about this hero, but we also talked about what we do like about him. He can farm fast. You can't change that. But if you get too far ahead on a Sven, this hero is hard to deal with. If you think about what Faceless Void can offer, and that's going to be the Chronosphere to lock him down, but if he's just farmed enough to sit in the Chrono and you can't kill him, at that point, this becomes a much different matchup.
Right. Yeah, they're going to need something big from this lineup here. Sacred's going to need to kind of have damage, and he's going for Greaves Collapse. It's getting jumped on, but Mago, he's still playing around with the regen rune, has arcane boots, they're moving in. Also with the Chronosphere, it connects onto all, but where's the damage? Do they have enough? Mago trying to bring him down, still has that regen. Control coming out. Yadro off to the side, they find the finish. But it is going to be Schofield going down in turn. They're too strong.
Oh, no.
They are way too strong. And Team Spirit
went up
now
to the high
Sacred.
ground.
Oh, this guy's crazy, but the regen rune. Dark Mago tries to make the move, but he runs out. His regen, it wears off. Wants to kill Laurel desperately. It's not gonna happen. Triple kill for Laurel.
What did I just watch? Like, literally, Schofield blocked his Void so he couldn't get the last hit on the Primal there with the Fissure. And then Sacred decides to go to the high ground instead of just retreating there, forcing them into a fight that they lost 2 more heroes than that they needed to. That was insane. That was crazy.
Yeah.
Like, literally crazy. Like, I'm not sure what they were thinking there.
Yeah, it's not great. And, like, I'm looking at this lineup from Beast Coast across the board. They really need damage, and they very much do not have it. I feel like it's going to be, like, incumbent upon Stinger to steal something crazy, but what is he actually stealing in this game? Like, the best steal is Stormhammer, I feel like. Which, by the way, down bottom, Sacred, gonna try and escape, does manage to.
Yeah, I mean, there's that. I would argue the best deal he can do is probably Pulverize.
Okay.
But that's about it. Yeah, you're right on the mark there. There's not a lot to steal. Maybe you get a Stormhammer, maybe you get Pulverized.
I was thinking in terms of, like, damage to throw into Chrono, but I guess Pulverize is still good enough to do that to some extent. Because you get that, like, AoE damage around it or what have you.
Yeah, no, their Chrono damage is terrible.
Okay.
Top lane, is that enough damage? Don't think so, right? Yeah. Oh, with the relocate, that's enough damage.
Zip in. Mago, he still wants to fight. He's not doing anything to Yadro. Stinger's dying to Miposhka. Wants to find a target. There's nobody to hit here. Collapse does not care even a little bit. Schofield, they have vision of him, and he's just going to drop 2. Rooted for a moment. They are all dying one by one. They fall. Able to even slight dodge the stun coming from Sacred. This is a slaughter.
It's not looking good. How do you deal with Sven at this point? That's my only question right now that not even I can answer. You don't have any damage to kill him. I was gonna mention that the fact, like, where's the damage coming from? This is definitely, there's 2 ways to play Faceless Void. You pick him fairly early in the draft and you rely on your team to add damage to the Chrono, or you just pick him and he provides his own damage for the Chrono. But you need a lot of farm for that, and this is definitely a scenario where Faceless Void needs to do his own damage inside the Chrono series, as no one will provide that. But he doesn't have enough farm. And it's more so the enemy team has too much farm than he doesn't have enough farm. It's definitely difficult. And Yatoro, his BKB is ready now. Has had the Blink Dagger. Going into potentially a Daedalus next, just all out pure damage here. I wouldn't be surprised if he changes it up and decides to go for a Bloodthorn or something. But we'll see.
Well, I think that there is a third way that you can play Faceless Void sometimes, which is, you know, one is your team does damage, one is you do damage, or there's no damage is done, and you know, type GG.
That's the third way. Just lose.
that might be what we're seeing here, depending.
Yeah, I was going over conditions in which the Void wins the game, but yeah.
Got it.
Third condition is the one where he does neither of those and he loses.
Well, yep, that's the one right there. As up top, not even needing to pop the BKB, died in about 4 swipes from big old Sven.
Yeah, why don't people pick this hero more? Sven is such a good Dota hero. We've been saying it the whole time.
Oh, God. Oh, no. Stinger, he wants to get away. It's not going to happen. They're too fast. Dude, the thing, too, is, like, you remember back in the day, they would build, like, Sanjin Yasha with it? Oh, wait. He relocates in just himself. Did not have the tether back up to bring in Sven, but he has a TP for himself. So
he'll
Laurel
probably
gets the
bring
kill,
him back,
but
or maybe he won't. Perhaps he should. I guess too many dead heroes on Beast Coast can't really punish that relocate.
Has a bottle ruin. Skullfield is nearby also. They know that Skullfield's there. And blink to try and get away, but they find him. That is nothing doing. Miposhka gets the heal off, has a glimmer too. Collapse finds this Earthshaker dead to Laurel. And ready to go for more. Man, not a whole lot of options.
Yeah, you're down 15k at 19 minutes. It's not looking good. Every single core, at least it hasn't got to the stage yet, where there's 4 heroes from the Radiant in the top 4 network slots. That's when you know things are real bad.
Oh, yeah.
But it potentially could get there. There is a chance.
Yadaro looking, wanting to find somebody. Dude, he's just hunting now.
Yeah, he's online. He's doing a really good job at using his net worth to contribute. As they he's who here?
Heal? Not gonna happen. All right, another kill for Yadaro. As he walks on in, Echo Slam onto 2, finds him. Okay, wait a minute now.
Yeah, no
Yadaro
BKB.
all alone. No more BKB, but Laurel showing up. Yadaro, he turns to fight, but they kill him off. Laurel, the last one to run on in. Collapse, never mind, is going to join too. So, you know, for how bad it could have... Okay, no. It could have gone worse, and then it did. And Mago tries to escape, but no. Triple kill. It could have gone worse for Beast Coast.
Well, if you want to look at it, technically they were 15... Oh, never mind. They were 15k up. They went down to 14k, so that was a 1,000 gold trade there because of how farm Sven was.
Yeah.
So technically, that was a Beast Coast win.
There you go. Team wipe win.
It literally was a Beast Coast win. They got 1,000 net worth advantage over that one fight.
I did see Storm Spirit take away the tome. He's building into that one. And also, I think it's pretty interesting going for the Aghanim shard on him. He bought it himself, so that is buying his team some amount of damage, you know? And it's maybe a way to throw some damage into Chrono.
This is definitely a different way of playing Storm than we normally see.
There it is. They use it immediately. Shard gets a kill onto Io, blows him up very quickly.
Oh, I heard
But now Sven. Oh, he dodges. He's able to get away from that stun. Fissure,
well timed
thrown out. No echo, but a good Chrono. Is it going to be enough damage? Mago, he tries to go in, doesn't have overload again for a little bit, able to remnant out with Laurel. Dark Mago low on mana, needs to escape, zips to the side, able to get away, but
he died in one
Hector,
stun.
Not so lucky. Not so lucky. They try and move in with Schofield a little ways away. The stun, the cleave, he one-shots for 2 kills.
You got a crit.
Yadaro playing some good dotes here. Wants to go in for a snipe, but Dark Mago gets punished. The tip onto Laurel, the tip onto Mago. Yeah, they really were cooking him here. Team Spirit, they don't want to lose anymore.
That's the thing you were mentioning at the beginning. You were expecting there to be mayhem and chaos in this game, and you got exactly that. I can't even keep up with what's going on. Heroes are dying, coming into the fight. 2 more heroes die, and then when you think the dust has settled, here comes Dark Mago coming for some more. This game is absolutely insane.
It's 51 kills in 23 minutes. And the only thing that's surprising to me about this the most is that they've actually got 17 kills on Beast Coast. They found a way to actually find some kills in this game, which I wasn't sure if they were going to be able to.
It's a Beast Coast factor. They always find a way to make things chaotic, and when you count them out, that's when they're the strongest.
True.
So technically, they're in peak form right now.
Yeah, they are.
You gotta be careful.
Also, oh my god, Beast Coast, they have a Philosopher's Stone, but nobody's holding it.
Oh no.
Guys, get the Philly.
The thing is, Stinger, he wants to hold the Pupil's Gift, because that 15 stats could be the difference of him getting spells off or not.
That's
Nobody else really wants it. Shaker? Actually, maybe the Lance of Pursuit is... No, he kind of needs the mana. He legitimately needs the mana from the Lance of Pursuit to do his spells.
Yeah.
So, nobody wants it. Literally, there's just nobody who wants it. I would argue Stinger could rotate it into his inventory when he's not fighting.
Wait a minute.
Oh, Sacred.
No, yeah, that's a dead hero. Laurel, I don't think he dies here. Echo, maybe. Wait, hold, no! Laurel, he gets away the glimmer! Oh my god, and Stinger tried to kill him with the slight, maybe he gets the Fade Bolt. That was needed. So much gold going to Stinger. And I also just point out, Philly also has 200 mana bonus, as does Lance of Pursuit. So, yeah. Collapse. They're dropping sprays, and there we go. A little bit of love before the death.
Okay, hold on, I gotta check this out. I don't play enough support. Oh, it does give you 200 mana. All right, very interesting.
There you go. He swapped it.
Yeah, there was no reason for him not to have it, unless he thinks the right-click damage is gonna get him some kills.
Right.
Which is kind of substantial for a Shaker, to be fair.
Yeah,
at this stage of the game, I'd rather have the gold.
Yeah. Well, he does have his shard now. They've been able to hold high ground. It's a 20,000 gold lead. And yeah, more kills just coming out as they're just slamming their faces into each other. But eventually, like you said, even if your entire team dies, because they're so far ahead, the kills start to become worth it, right?
I'm just stuck on the fact that Philosopher's Stone gives you mana. You blew my mind. What have I known this whole time? It was a lie.
It's these damn neutral items, man. They're crazy.
They really are. I feel like that shouldn't give you mana. I think 80
right?
GPM and minus 30 attack damage is already OP. Why the hell does it give you mana? Anyway, moving on. What's going on in this game? Sven has a Daedalus. So pretty much state of the game that worries me the most is every single time Sven stuns Void, he dies in one stun.
Right.
And that's bad, obviously. Because if you can time walk off that initiation, alright, we gotta relocate. And speaking of dying in one stun, that was two stuns, so...
True. They're cheating.
Improvement.
Yeah.
Oh, Halberd on the Faceless Void.
Whoa. I mean, Hector does know Sven very well. He's played this hero more than a few times. Are we seeing some currency too? No, not gonna go for it. Wait a minute now. Laurel gets saved. Oh, in the turn. GG, they're done.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's fair.
Right. Well,
it's only so long you'll allow the slaughter to continue.
So, 61 kills in a 27-minute game. The absolute bloodbath. It was fun, though. You know,
that was a fun